What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is November the 18th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing today. Before we get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, not a lot in data points coming out today, so it's going to be more of a technical driven day. You have a couple Fed speakers, but in my opinion, nothing really to disrupt the broader market. Futures are green slightly. NASDAQ up 0.33. S&P up 0.12, and then Dow is down slightly 0.05. Fear and greed index is under the neutral category, so you're not going to see the level of appetite for risk on the table as much as you would really kind of think. But a lot of stocks I'm going to be talking on. One of the biggest driving factors is pretty much rumors, so I'll go over that in a second. SoFi is outperforming the futures right now. It is up 1.25%. No news, no SEC filings. One of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, why it is up is because it had 193,000 options in the money. So that was from last Friday. Market makers are going to have to cover. So as I've stated, you can buy it pre-market during the trading day. Usually during the trading day, beginning part is when there's the most liquidity. So if you're trying to cover that much, it is fair to assume that's when it would be done. But it looks like market makers are trying to bring it higher. So that's always a good thing. Shorts right now going into today is 14.31% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 152.39 million shares overall are being shorted. And currently with it at 1379, it is trading between this R3 and R2. So just watch for this 1369 support to hold. Flip side, next target, which I don't anticipate to be touched today, unless they put out some news or something happens, but $14.59 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So let me know your thoughts on that. If you're looking for more of a full week breakdown, I did a video yesterday on SoFi on everything that you need to kind of just be aware of, what is going to be coming out and everything. So kind of pop over there and take a look at that video. Tesla is up 5.84%. No official news, but once again, linked to a rumor. Like I said, a lot of stocks I'm going to be talking on. That's one of the biggest driving factors. So it looks like kind of people are just betting on easy federal approvals for autonomous driving, especially with his role and how in the election and stuff like that. So makes kind of logical sense. So yeah, that is why it is up. Tesla is not heavily shorted, so 2.8% of the free float is being shorted. Shorts have dramatically gone down. So in August it was roughly around 3.5%, 4%, to where it is now 2.8. So shorts have lost their asses on Tesla, and yeah, it is what it is. But right now, in the short term, with it at $341, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. So 338 is going to be the next strong support, and then 414 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So in theory, this is Tesla's own individual FOMO, so it could be hitting that 400. You had a lot of analysts over the weekend saying 400 is realistic. So, and some are saying also 1,000 by 2025, mid or late 2025. So yeah, I think a lot of attention is going to be placed on Tesla. And even though Tesla lagged a little bit in 2023 and beginning part of 2024, I think it is getting its time in the sun. SMCI, so they've been in the crapper for a while now, but rumor is that they are going to be placing and surfacing, or I guess putting forth their plan to the NASDAQ for compliance. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. NASDAQ, it's all about money. It's a business model to them, right? So they don't want to knock off SMCI. So yeah, they're pretty much going to accept anything, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Of course, the NASDAQ could be a little bit stricter, but from my interpretation of what I've seen in the past from other companies and how they have just put forth any plan just to rectify deficiencies, NASDAQ just rubber stamps it. It's like, okay, you're good. So yeah, I think the market's placing too much importance on that. I don't see SMCI being delisted, but what do I know, right? 17.01% of the free float is being shorted. So this is one thing very interesting with this company, is given the stock performance, so over the last, let's see, 1 month, it is down 60%. You would have anticipated a lot of shorts just to be doubling down, but kind of the opposite happened. Shorts actually went from roughly around 24% short interest to 17%. So shorts have been returning. So it doesn't logically make all that much sense. But right now with it at $20 and change, it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So 21.19 is going to be the next strong target. Could be touched today, depending on how much kind of FOMO and big money starts to buy it up. So it might trade between this S1 and this S2. And then flip side, the S3, so $12 is going to be the kind of the final line in the sand. A lot of people have been playing options with SMCI, so the liquidity for that has gone through the roof. So if you're interested in kind of placing a lottery bet, that might be a good place to do it, potentially. So do your own due diligence, though, at the end of the day. Nvidia, so they are down 2.5% because of rumors about their Blackwell chip kind of overheating. So yeah, they have their earnings as well coming up on the 20th after hours. It's crazy that the estimated revenue is 33.07 billion. But aside from that, though, I think this is a short-lived sell-off, but we'll just have to wait and see what does come from that. It's not heavily shorted whatsoever, and right now with that 138 and change, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. So 130 is going to be the strong support. I don't see that being touched today whatsoever. 141 is going to be that next strong target slash resistance, which is basically where it closed at yesterday. But I don't also see at the same time that being touched. I think it's just more so going to gravitate to this pivot point right here as kind of just fear compounds a little bit. But again, you guys do whatever floats your boat and your own due diligence. Palantir is down slightly. So a lot of things have been coming out associated to Palantir recently. So one of which was how they want to get off the New York Stock Exchange, go to the NASDAQ. It'll add a lot more liquidity. You had a board member recently post something on Twitter, which was his account was then deleted. But of course, it's Twitter, right? Everyone takes snippets of everything. And ultimately, he said he wants to pretty much make or get tendies for retail investors who are diamond handing Palantir. So I don't know if that's actually credible, if that's a real account or anything. But yeah, interesting scenario. Palantir is, yeah, honestly, over the last 6 months, up 203%. So a lot more people are starting to say, hey, you know what, this is a bubble and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting stock, that's for sure. Above all the key fib levels, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. And regarding shorts, though, 3.42% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 71.73 million shares. Despite a lot of people saying that this is a bubble and all the other stuff, shorts aren't really bold enough to double down. So yeah, I see more higher highs coming, in my opinion, of course. But like I said, what do I know? My crystal ball is sometimes wrong. So this is basically what big money is focusing on today. So these stocks, do you own any of them? Are you buying any of them? What is floating your boat today, and what are you trading? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, though, and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one last thing, I just launched Patreon. So if you are looking for buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over there and take a look. Option, they've been absolutely killing it. So definitely pop over there. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.